Hey people, what's going on? I'm just looking at I am not looking at the sun, but the sun will be going down pretty soon. I just did some research, and Florida is ranked number 3 on the top 10 states with high homeless populations. Florida has about 27 homeless people in the entire state, and that is based off of the great weather that it has to offer here year round. Because you're thinking, look at it like this. In Georgia, in December, it gets cold, relatively cold. But cold to Florida around December, it's like maybe 40, 50 degrees. I can never be somewhere where it's like, you know, 5 degrees outside during December. I need to be somewhere where it's warm. But I guess I could tell another story. I'm not going to be able to upload this until tomorrow because my job doesn't have any kind of we're not allowed to have our phones at all. So one question you won't ask is, what's the Wi-Fi password? Because you're not allowed to have your phone out. And this is a job I don't want to lose because it's just so basic. It's so elementary for what they're paying me. I want to keep it as long as possible because I love it down here. But I want to tell you a little story about the time that I almost died in the ambulance. And this is a true story. I know I'm not showing my face, but I show my face on mostly all my videos. And just judge my story based off of the way I'm talking and my words. My words can tell you enough of just how true the story is. So I told you I had a little accident. In March. I was working 2 jobs and working in a kitchen. You can't be sick handling people's food. And I'm not a nasty guy. I like to make sure other people are not exposed to any kind of disease, any bacteria, etc. So every time when I wasn't sick, I always washed my hands. I never washed dirty dishes with dirty hands. Like I never touched a clean dish with a dirty hand. I always washed my hands, and I never when I was sick and I did have to work, I always covered myself, I always protected myself. I never spread anything to anybody. But one of these days, like I said, I was working every day, 2 jobs, and I could not afford to miss work because I had to pay the car off. I wanted to have the car paid off before time was running out. So one day, I decided to go to a Aldi's, which is more convenient because I'm not really I wasn't able to drive my car very much. I didn't want to walk all the way to the Publix. That was like a 30-minute walk from where I was. So I just settled for the Aldi's. I went to this Aldi's and I purchased some cough and pain reliever, cold reliever, whatever you call it. It was like $3. And I remember taking some at work, and it had me where I was very drowsy, but I still was able to work, and my cold sort of went away. Like the symptoms went away. They just vanished. So the next thing, I want the cold to go away 100%. I want to be good by tomorrow. So out of ignorance and based off of my own, past usage with, cold and pain medication, like cough, cold, pain reliever. I will always use the liquid form, and the liquid form would always make me very drowsy, very very like relaxed. Not I don't want to say high, but I was relaxed. I was very drowsy. But my point of doing that was to make sure that my cold was going. Not that I enjoyed just taking medicine, medicine, medicine. So as I'm taking the pills, I'm going inside the gym to shower because I want to be fresh when I come out. I want to like lay down, be fresh, and because I want to be falling asleep. So what I didn't know was, my body is sensitive to a lot of things. When I got in that shower, I was in paralysis mode. My whole body froze up. I couldn't move, couldn't touch anything. I knew I needed some medical attention, and I didn't know if I was going to make it or not because I started panicking. I thought that I would curl up to the floor and my body would just give out on me. I would die from a seizure or paralysis. I don't know because it's never really been treated at all, and I don't deal with this all the time now. Surprisingly, I don't have sleep paralysis anymore. It mysteriously just went away, but I was freaking out. I just said, I yelled out the gym locker room, someone please call 911. And the first people that came were police officers. And I want to just be real honest with anybody on this channel that watches me. After this experience, I got my reality check on just just my opinion. I don't look at law enforcement after my experience. I don't look at law enforcement, paramedics, firefighters as anything more than what they are, and that is city and government workers. I don't look at them more than anything than that because I don't care if you don't like me. You don't like me because of the color of my skin, the culture I come from, whatever. But I feel like if I'm a taxpayer and I work for and I pay your salary, you should at least try to give me some assistance. But this is why I feel like you shouldn't pay for everyone's salary if they don't want to serve everyone in that community. And I mean the people that work. Like I work 2 jobs in that county, and my hard work goes to their paycheck. But they didn't want to give me very much assistance, and the ambulance was a lot worse. Now, I never filed any paperwork about this. I never, and I'm not going to because the most effective thing that I did was I left that part of Georgia. Well, I'm going back I have this class I'm taking, and I'm trying to get in the contact with them over a password so I can do the orientation because I start class next week, but I have to go back there for my my final. But I don't work in that county where I'm paying for their salary. But but let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna do part 2.